Hello my dear students, I welcome you again to the science class. So this is the second period for today's class. So let us continue with the same chapter, that is chapter 2, soil. So children, topics we did in the last class was types of soil we did, in which we learned about sandy soil, clayey soil and loamy soil, and we also learned about the soil that is best to grow. Do you remember which soil is best to grow? Yes, that is loamy soil. And why it is best to grow? Because it is made up of equal proportion or equal mixture of sandy soil and clayey soil, and sandy soil hold air because of the pores and clay soil hold lot of water. Yes, that is why loamy soil contains equal amount of air and water. So loamy soil is best to grow, that is best for the plants to grow. Okay, now let us see what we are going to do in today's class. In today's class we will learn about fertility of soil and uses of rocks and soil. So let us first see about fertility of soil. So the soil is fertile when plants grow well in it. Thus, quality of soil is very important for growing crops and plants. So what is fertility of the soil? First you need to understand what is fertility. The soil is called fertile when plants grow very nicely in it. Okay, so when plants grow well in it, the soil is known as fertile, and thus quality of soil is very important for growing crops and plants. We have already learned that different types of soil is required for growing different types of plant. Like for example, rice grows best in clay soil, whereas wheat grows best in loamy soil, right? So the quality of soil is very much important for the growth of crops and plants. To improve the quality of soil, farmers add manure and chemicals to the soil. So to improve the quality of the soil, that means to make the soil more fertile, farmers add manure and chemicals to the soil. These provide nutrients to the soil and make it fertile. So plants require different minerals, different nutrients in order to grow, right? So those nutrients and minerals plants take from the soil. So in order to improve the quality of the soil, farmers add manure and chemicals to it, and this provide, why they are adding this manure and chemical? To provide the nutrients to the soil and to make it fertile. So manure is the animal and plant waste mixed with the soil which increases the fertility of the soil. This waste include cow dung and dead and rotting leaves of plants. So children, have you seen your mother planting different flowers? She grows flowers in your garden? Yes. Otherwise you must have also grown flowers in your garden. Yes, you must have planted the trees. So whenever you grow flower or whenever we plant a tree, at that time we add cow dung. Yes, and the dried leaves in it. So why we are adding cow dung and dried leaves? Because these all are manure, and manure makes the soil fertile by increasing its nutrients. Okay, so manure is the animal and plant waste. What is manure? Manure is the waste of plants and animals which increases the fertility of the soil. Manure increases the fertility of the soil. This waste includes cow dung and dead and rotting leaves of plants. So manure includes cow dung and dead and rotting leaves of plants. Animals like earthworm dig tunnels to live in the soil. It helps in the breaking the hard parts of the soil and turns and loosens the soil. So animals and small insects like earthworm, they dig tunnel to live in the soil. They live down below the soil, and when they dig tunnel, it helps in breaking the hard parts of the soil. Okay, that means it will loosen the soil. Okay, it will make the soil loose. The waste matter produced by them also add nutrients to the soil. So obviously they are living things, they also produce waste matter, and the waste matter produced by these animals also add nutrients to the soil. Thus, earthworms help in the growth of plants and are called farmers' friend. So, earthworm, they help in the growth of plants. Okay, they help in the growth of plants, and that is why earthworms are also known as farmer friends. Why earthworms are known as farmer friends? Because when they live inside the soil, they dig the tunnel inside the soil, and their waste add nutrients to the soil. That is why it helps in the growth of plants. That is why earthworms are called farmers friend. So hope this is clear to you all. So in this picture you can see this top picture. Yes, the picture here. So the picture here, this is a manure, okay, and you can see in the farmer's hand there are lots of earthworm also. Yes, so this is a manure, and this one is chemicals used to increase the fertility of the soil. Understood? It is a remains of, it is a cow dung and earthworm, dead plants and animals, okay, remains of dead leaves, dried leaves, okay. So that one is first picture, is above picture is manure, and the picture below is a fertilizer or it's a chemical fertilizer. Now next children, we will learn about uses of rocks and soil. So rocks and soil are used, number one, rocks and soil are used in all types of constructions. All forts, palaces, temples and churches have been made by rocks and soil. So rocks and soil we used mostly for the construction of building. Yes, so all the forts you have seen, Taj Mahal, yes, it is made up of very costly marble. Yes, so Taj Mahal, Red Fort, all types of palaces of kings, queens, temples, churches. So these all are made up of rocks and soil. Okay, so rocks and soils are used in all types of construction. Children, remember this is the uses of rocks and soil. Concrete, that is mixture of sand, gravel and cement, and bricks used in making modern buildings are also made from soil. Marble and granite rocks are also used in modern buildings. So concrete is the mixture of sand, gravel and cement. So this is, and bricks, they are used for making modern buildings. You have seen our house is mostly made up of cement, bricks and sand, right? So this concrete is used in making modern buildings. And even marble and granite rocks, you can see in the picture, marble and granite rock. Yes, this is marble and this is granite, and these are bricks, right? So these are also used in modern buildings, in modern buildings. Okay, so number two uses of soil is coal and petrol, which runs our vehicles, are also found in soil. Do you know, children, that coal, petrol, diesel, they are dug outside from the deep beneath the soil. They are found inside the soil. So coal and petrol, we can't even imagine our life without vehicles nowadays, right? We are so dependent on vehicles that we can't even imagine our life without vehicles. So coal and petrol, which runs our vehicles, are also found deep in the soil. Number three, soil gives home to animals like rabbits, rats, moles and earthworms, scorpions, snakes, etc. So we have learned in the beginning of the chapter only that soil gives shelter to different small animals and insects. So soil is the home for rabbits, rats, moles, ants, earthworms, scorpions, snake, etc. And another important uses of soil is that plants grow on the soil. Yes, plants need soil. Without soil, plants cannot grow. So we are dependent directly or indirectly on plants for our food and to get oxygen. So that is also another importance of soil, which is not mentioned in your book. Okay, so because plants grow in the soil, soil is very much important, and we need to preserve and conserve soil, because we have learned that it takes thousands of years to form a soil. So children, hope this chapter is clear to you all, right? So this much for today's class. We have completed the explanation of the chapter. In the next class, we will do exercises and question answers from chapter 2. Okay, children. See you in the next class. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.